It's day 2 of trying to get a payout. Yesterday is past now. Like I said, my mind goes missing once I'm funded, but I got it back today. I realized a couple things that was going wrong, and I think that's why I exited early. I told myself once I had a funded account, I was only going to have 2 cons per trade, no matter what, until I built that buffer. And what did I do yesterday? My mind left and I bought 5 contracts. I more than doubled it. So it's day 2 and we're gonna do what? Have 2 cons per trade. Okay, so first things first, let's look at the daily bias. So we're clearly in a downtrend. So we're making lower highs and lower lows, except this most recent low didn't go past the previous low. So that has me a little on edge if this is a potential spot for a reversal. If we look over here, about the same area as when we shot up last time. So I'm just keeping an eye on this regardless of what my daily bias is for today. I'm keeping this in mind because the daily bias for today I would say is bearish, because we look at this candle closure, the body took out the low and closed below the previous low. So my bias is bearish for today with an eye heavy on this area, and we're going to mark that out as a potential target. Let me exit out of this now. I just deleted. So we're going to mark out the previous day's low and previous day's high. And since we are so close to the previous day low, I would expect price to retrace to that point first, and then we could potentially reverse upwards. But I am still bearish today. Are we going to make a new lower low? So there's that marked out, and I can mark out that as well. I'm going to change the color to red. Okay, so we have, so we have previous day high and low marked out, and then this lower low for pattern. I'm going to scale down to the 15-minute, and we have some time until Asia open. I just wanted to go ahead and mark that out. I don't know what this red line was from yesterday. Okay, so I marked that out. I'll come back whenever I'm seeing a setup. But after waiting 300 hours in this choppiness, we finally got a move to the downside, breaking previous day low with this massive candle. I drew my fib and I saw this fair value gap, so I waited for a retest in this area, and sure enough, we touched it. We got a red candle closure and bouncing downwards. Hopefully we continue doing so. I put my take profit at the 0.5 extension, and my stop loss is just a little bit above the 0.618 and the fair value gap. So let's ride. Looking back at this trade, wow, I really entered way too soon. It did exactly what I said it was going to do in taking out previous day low and then reversing, but I saw one big red candle and I was like, it's going down. No, it's not. It's taking out liquidity and then it's going up. So I actually exited out when I saw the liquidity sweep, so I didn't get screwed. I made like 170 per account. Let me see. Oh, it says 0 on here. Well, let me see. I made like 178, I think. I don't know. My current balance now on my account is 134 because yesterday we did have that little red day. But at least we're in the green and we realized what happened, so let's go over it. Okay, so I had drawn this fib because after we chopped for some time in the opening of Asia session, we finally got a massive candle sell-off. So I was like, okay, price wants to go down today. And then I saw a fair value gap right here on the 15-minute. So when price retraced to that area, that's when I entered. And let me draw exactly where I entered. I entered here, which was below the VWAP. I think going into next week, regardless if it's a fair value gap or not, I'm only going to enter on my original rule with price on the VWAP and the fib meeting. That's what I've always done, but I think I've been desperate to enter trades this past week, and I've not done that. So going into next week, we're gonna do that. So yeah, price started selling off. It retraced just a little bit. I entered, sold off a bit more, and then we got this liquidity sweep right before London open, and price was about to go up. So I exited there because I saw that liquidity sweep and I saw this green candle and I was like, whoa, yeah, price wants to go up now. So I exited out for another entry on the way up, which there were some really good entry points, but at this point it's New York open. I was already up till 2 in the morning. I was tired. I needed to sleep and not be trading. But let me show you how this strategy could have played out beautifully over here. Okay, so we have the low to high and price touched just a little right here. It was a little bit above the 0.5, but that would have been a great entry point. So there's that. See y'all next week for day 3. Bye.